Good morning, everyone. Good luck subbing. Hello, Malmshog. All right, let's see what we can do here. Somehow I'm playing a GM round one. What the hell is this? Hey, what kind of pairings are these? Okay, I got scammed here. Completely scammed. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I think we need maybe like one or two moves before we rush into a5. So it makes sense he plays that. Then now we can do this. I'll just toss the knight to the b5 square. Okay, he wants to trade the bishops. I'm actually not even sure if that's kind of the right idea for him, but because he wants to do it, I don't want to let him do it. That's how I feel about that. So let's just keep the pieces on for now. Probably knight d2, rook e1, and I think this knight actually wants to go to e3, surprisingly. And then maybe it might trade light squared bishops. So ideally, maybe this, knight f1, knight e3, bishop f3. I'm not fully opposed to this, but I just don't think I'm ready to deal with it just yet. Yeah, might see some c6 move, but happy to retreat after that. No problem. Also, knight d2 definitely looks good. This knight b8 move is a little bit funny because are you going to c6? Like, I don't understand. So I definitely don't really get that move. I think just kind of continue with our plan of putting the knight to e3. Okay, obviously we have to go back. Okay, so he's put his knight on b8 and then he's done this, which I have to say is a bit weird, but to some degree we understand. This knight is no good, so definitely need to reroute this. Question is, do we go like that or like that? Because either way, these knights are going to be kind of bumping into each other, both trying to go to the same squares. I'm going to bring it back this way. Knight e3 and knight d2, I think. He's definitely going to play g6. I'm assuming he'll do it now. Looks like a good move anyway, but if not now, he'll definitely do it very soon. I mean, I don't think this move is good. I think we should be taking this, but just so lame. All these piece trades. Thanks for the 54 months, Shave Deer. Ay, ay, ay. So boring. Queen d3 looks normal. Not a terribly interesting game. Take this way. I feel like this is correct. Probably we should have taken there. This guy's like the most boring player on the server. What are we supposed to do with this? Such a weird move. So annoying playing these guys. This is a GM too. Like, fuck, he's just trading every piece. What am I even here for? I had to make a move like pretty quick, and like, okay, we just blundered h4, but queen h2 actually, according to the engine, just loses the game immediately because of f4. Like, just game over. So it's just amazing. I'm sitting here like GM playing the only losing move in the position, but somehow it's just gonna pay off. Crazy. Guys trading pieces the whole game. Bored out of my mind. A sign of things to come, I'm sure. Playing people that just trade, getting frustrated, probably losing. This is likely one of many. Like me? Not like me at all. If you see me trading pieces, it's usually because I'm going towards a nice endgame. I have a pretty nice history of winning a lot of slightly better endgames, or maybe even equal. But if you see me trading pieces, it's usually because there's a nice positional reason or confident in endgames. But this guy's trading pieces and he's slightly worse. So he's just like, just basically happy to make a draw. The one thing I'll never take the criticism that I'm happy to take a draw. Because I'm not. I'm an idiot. I'll lose the game instead of draw it. So there's a big difference between someone trading pieces to make a draw and someone trading pieces to win the game. Like with the intention of still playing for a win in the game. There's a brief moment he was up a pawn. Well, that was like after 40 moves, right? So none of his gameplay really had anything to do with that. So maybe like if he was up a pawn on move 5 and then he was trading since then, I mean, that makes sense. Everyone should follow that advice. That's just healthy, good habits. No, he definitely didn't win a pawn because I didn't want to draw. I just had to make a quick move, and it was unfortunate that the move he made was like not necessarily the best one, but it did pay off for him. But no, that was just a blunder. Can only blame ourselves for that one. We'll take all criticism here, except that I'm just trading to make a draw. No way. Blasphemy. Anything but that. B3 stuff. I think h5 is some kind of move here. I think these are the two moves. h5, it's like takes knight c3, you lose this pawn, something like that. Sounds kind of familiar. I really can't remember. It's either takes knight c3 or just knight c3. Yeah, so I think it's like this, and then we definitely lose this pawn, but I think we get some like pretty decent compensation here. You know, like queen g6, and I think this is supposed to be okay. Question is, do we want to do this first or h4? This kind of looks like maybe a bit more fun. I'm trying to remember. It's either queen g6 or h4. I don't know. This looks decent, and we're hitting the g pawn here, and bishop f5 castle. I seem to remember something like this. I'm confused. Is this not winning the knight? Just winning the knight, no? What's going on here? I mean, it's losing the knight for like a pawn, right? Okay, wants to take here. And I suppose he's also threatening that, so I guess we have to take. He's gonna take here. We're gonna play bishop d6. Can't even take that seriously. This queen's gonna go here or something. Okay, he's gonna trade queens. This guy for real? like a Twilight Zone here or something. I'm just kind of trading everything. Okay, this is definitely the really not the best conversion, but just have to feel that it's like it has to be winning. Okay. This guy's funny. I'm hilarious, but he's funny. Like, I don't even know. What? Like, I don't even know what am I even looking at? Can't tell what he's doing, losing a piece on move 10. Can't tell what I'm doing. Like, I guess in hindsight, can't tell what I'm doing trading everything like that. Although, it feels like the type of thing that's like, obviously you have to win with. You just like trade and win, but somehow it was like much tougher than that. So I definitely misjudged that. I was just like, okay, like we're up a piece. Like, can't take this guy seriously. He's playing like a beginner, but that was a massive error. This position is probably not winning. Like, obviously not losing, but definitely not winning. Crazy. Oh, and then obviously at the end, like, we're definitely just making a draw here. I was thinking that if he played king g8, then maybe we could try some move like this, but didn't seem very smart. And yeah, this move just loses. This move just loses. Oh, man. Yeah, like I don't know what to say. Annihilate, thanks for the 20 months with Prime. Like, is this guy playing Theory or something? Because whatever he played lost a piece. So what's the big idea here, you know? He played this, and I'm like, huh? Just lost a piece in the 10 moves. Good morning, Mannered Monkey. Just castle here. Decides to go h6, presumably to stop knight h4, but we're okay with that. Probably drop the bishop to f1 here. Do like a5 as a move. Certainly not that interested in taking, although to be honest, taking and playing knight e5 is definitely an option, and play like knight against bishop. The only thing with knight e5 is he doesn't have to take it. He can then move the knight back, for example. Okay, definitely indicating an interest to play e5 here. We do really want to play that, but knight a5 is pretty strong at the moment. Maybe queen a4 was called for there. Normally you're supposed to have the queen out here. I play g3. Feels like the right move to play, but I have to assume that e5 will happen soon. Yeah, I really want to play knight there and b4, but my queen should be on a4. I think it's a mistake by me not to do that. Trying to think what I'm gonna do on the next moves here. Like we can do this, but I don't really want to. Man, I want to play that. Okay, let's play knight e5 now. We could actually take with the pawn and put the knight on d4, but I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. Maybe just to e3. I have a feeling we'll see this. I think I want to drop the bishop back to f1 now. Just keep an eye on that. But yeah, I have a feeling b6 will get played. Yeah, so he's definitely getting ready for the move b6. Yeah. Hmm. Unfortunately, we can't play this. That would help out a lot. Just these fast, these moments where we just need to play a fast move are so annoying. We're creating these problems for ourselves. I have to probably trade queens here. I think we're about to get mated, so. Whoa. What the fuck? Huh? Okay. Not sure what the fuck that was. Can barely remember the game. Kind of annoying. Time pressure got us. We're up a pawn there. Yeah, we're just played a good game. Up a pawn. Pretty happy with that opening. Got a really nice middle game. Very playable. Wish I had stopped b5, but I have huge regret about not bringing my queen to a4 because white is usually doing really well in those positions, playing knight b3, knight c5. But the way I played it, I played knight b3, or sorry, knight b3 c5. But I played knight b3, but I couldn't bring the knight to c5. It's pretty annoying because my pawn was hanging. So I always felt like I needed to play queen a4 first. That can't be real. Paul, there's no way. There's no way that's real. If you lose, you see their board setting? How does that make any sense? Should I go around and set my pieces to the fucking football ones? So it's like extra embarrassing when they lose? Like, what's going on? Should I be using Chess Kid 3D pieces? Or maybe I should play the whole game normally and then switch to the 3D pieces right before I checkmate. How can this possibly be a real feature? When you lose, you have to look at the piece set that they used? Huh? Insane concept. Hmm. Here, maybe bishop c5. Can kind of go that way. Bishop here seems like we have a few answers to it, but it's mildly annoying. That's for sure. Feels like this is quite a strong move, but also the obvious rook takes pawn. And what happens here? It's probably going to do this, I guess. So annoying that that bishop was basically trapped there. It's just incredibly frustrating. It's like just crazy to think we're gonna be worse here. It's like insane concept. Knight b4 here. There's knight c5. How crazy. How crazy. Thought he was going to attack the knight. It's annoying. Every game I've played turned into a complete shit show. What a great game. Oh yeah, all going well. Oh yeah, famous last words. Rook d4 takes, winning all the pawns, trading. And then here, definitely this move is way stronger than, like, b5 is probably a tremendous move here. I don't know. It also gives him squares with knight b3, so maybe it's not that simple. But it's so insane after knight d2. Like, it's just boggling to me that the eval could be -4. -4. So it's like I'm up more than a piece. That's the advantage right here, okay? -4. And after b6, a normal move. Stopping the bishop's diagonal, maybe getting ready to play c5. The bishops are covering like every square here. It's equal. Equal from just a normal pawn move. Like, this stuff is just brutal. It's so unfair. Just from a pawn move. It's so stupid. How? One normal pawn move. It's not even like a terrible intuition. You know, it might make sense that you could be -4 here and then, you know, move like this. Suddenly you're not. It's like, okay, I get that. Yeah. But this, b6, equal. a3 looked unnecessary to me. I thought I was done after this move. I don't know. That move looks super strong, but. And here I thought I had him, but it's just once again so brutal. And the thing is, he would have seen it because after this move, you're not just going to lose your rook, so you're going to take it. And even if you don't see it ahead of time, you have to take it. So then you're here, your knight's attacked, you're obviously finding that check. So unfortunately, I couldn't do that one either. We're just lost here. Knight e4 was particularly bad, but okay, here we can just defend the pawn, but I had a complete wrong idea here. Didn't anticipate this move properly. Like rook here, I was like defending my knight because I was just assuming that he would play this move to hit the knight because that actually looks maybe difficult to meet. So I had rook g2 ready, which of course is a nothing move there. And okay, I just happened to outplay him here. Okay, with a couple seconds, we didn't notice knight e4. Okay. That's a crazy obvious move. Like, just, there's no skill in the rest of this game. Actually, there's no skill in the entire game. This was terrible. Terrible game. I don't know what to say. It looked like it was so good. Such a great game here. But this b6 move looks so normal. It goes from -4 to equal. I call that unfair. Conspiring against me. At least we have the knowledge that this guy has to look at this piece set. The mark is there. Irish Testicles, thank you very much for the 6-year resub. 72 months. Thanks Welshbot for the 13. Amused Bystander 49. I guess we did win before the break. Didn't realize that. All part of the plan. My games have been terrible today. But they're always terrible. Difference is today we're still winning them. So far, we've obviously lost some rating, but not too much. Someone in the chess.com early Title Tuesday tournament chat says, I want to cry. My girlfriend broke up with me and we were together for 3 years. What do I do? National Master responds, cry for 3 years. Life advice. Life advice in the chess.com chat. How's it going for you, Sevim? Double black against 2800. I can't even keep track. I think I've just been white, black here. Are you playing well, though, Sevim? I'm playing terribly, so... Mike, boy for mayor. Crying is also healthy, and the guy should play the London. Agree. On all accounts. Still supporting these guys. He would question him every year, but 27 months. We just can't seem to stop him. We're on 3 out of 4 right now, Bazmaniac. Also on a pretty high blitz rating, so I feel like we're at risk every time here. Should be back in about a minute here. I'm looking for the interaction between the WCM, who could not get a win in the last Title Tuesday, and the 200 rated Indian chatter, who was for some reason making fun of her. I don't know why. I need to see that interaction again. I think we're coming back. We're coming back. Do you know who you're paired up against, Baz? All right. Back in for the next round here. We got the wide pieces again. B6. I think we're going to play this so that we don't run into knight h5. And for the same reason, I think we actually want to play h3. I've played this before, and then knight h5 is actually kind of annoying. I'm also not sure what black's going to do. Like, are they going to go for this setup, for this setup, for this setup? Even after you play this, are you going to go for c5? Are you going to play for e5? I still don't know. So I'm kind of waiting to see here. We can't usually play c4 in these, just c5 is so strong. Not something I usually want to allow. Don't know if it will be possible here, but definitely steering clear. Play this nice waiting move. Hopefully try to figure out what setup he's actually gonna play here. Okay, it goes like this. That tells me he's probably not playing c5, which tells me he probably is playing like this. So I think we want our bishop on e2. There's not going to be many positions where we actually want our bishop on d3 here. If he's going for this, I think on d3 it'll just be misplaced. And I'm waiting with this knight because I do want to see how he's going to develop. It goes d6. I'll most likely play the knight to b5 here. I'm like kind of waiting with this pawn, but I don't know how serious I'll be with that. Definitely if he plays knight here, c4 makes more sense, so could consider it. But I still think c4 doesn't... It's kind of hard to play these moves. So I'll stick with this plan. And I don't like to play knight d2 because then e5, e4 kind of makes more sense. Then this knight has to go to e1, but I always want this knight to go to d2. Knight a3 might look misplaced, but I'm a huge fan of the b5 square for that piece. Let's go rook e1, always useful. Bishop can come back to f1 and knight d2, possibly. Go right in or go knight there. I think we'll just go right in. See what he wants to do. If c6, I think we'll happily step back. It blocks the bishop. It's just not a move that black ever wants to play. Doesn't mean they never will, but I do think we can... Yeah, this knight's just annoying. Can't kick it out because you played a5, and yeah, c6, like I said, happy to see it. No support for that knight now. And if you ever do want to open the bishop up again, you're handing me the juicy b5 square. So let's go here maybe. Always kind of trying to get the move c5 to happen again. He might be d5 here. This move, yeah. Both of these moves look good. Bishop b5, kind of annoying. Force the rook away, but knight b5 also just a fantastic square. Both moves look very good. I'm kind of torn which one I actually want to do. Okay, we'll go with the knight. Both, like I said, both look good. I think we want to bring this rook to d1. This bishop is maybe fine there. Okay, knight a7 I think might just win material here. You have to tread a little bit carefully. It's one of these things where I think it wins material, but it's like, knowing me, I'll probably end up losing even after winning the material. So we'll see. Bishop b5 is the plan, of course. This bishop will become super strong after this interaction. We should be able to... I mean, I don't know if we will be able to defend, but I'm sure that the engine will be fine defending. So as long as we can find a few top moves, I'm hoping we're okay here. Gotta rescue this knight here. I was thinking also knight d2 could be a decent move. Okay, I know this move looks risky, but I think we can play it safely. Okay, I want to play e5 or e4, which is why I'm taking this way. I would almost always take the other way. And in fact, maybe I should have because it threatens knight d6. Okay. Dude, this, by the way, that thing is so annoying at the end. I mean, yeah, we're just completely winning. Played a beautiful game there. He took, and actually I wanted to take here, but I had a weird hallucination where I looked at this position. I was like, oh, he's taking my rook. And then I was just looking at the pieces and it was like bishop, bishop, rook. And I was like, wait, we're even material. What the hell? But of course, we're up a full rook here. So this is obviously what I would do 100 times out of 101, evidently. Because it's just so easy. Then we're just up an extra piece. Yeah, game is over here. We don't have to do it. Like, we can just play other moves, whatever. E4, unfortunately, I saw this. Didn't really like that, although E4 is probably okay. But, I mean, there's nothing to say here. Black was very handily outplayed, but we still ended up losing. Kind of a typical result for us on Title Tuesday. But yeah, there's pretty much kind of sad. Like, he gets the win, but looking back at that game, like, was there anything impressive that he did that game? Like, any good moves? No. Just blundered material, sack material like an idiot, gets rewarded, feels bad. All right, just wait for the next one here. Yeah, that thing at the end is like, it's so strange because it's almost like built to tilt you. Like, how could anyone want to look at that? Right? Did they introduce the feature as like a tilt feature? Who wants to see their like whole screen like change color randomly? Makes no sense. Fake increment. That's me. Fake increment abuser. Well, yeah, I think this makes a case for football pieces. Like, those are going to be the top used piece set, right? Now we're in the slums playing all the like mega weak players in the tournament here to feast on my rating. And of course, I mean, weak in terms of their rating. Problem is, they're still strong. CMs are just here to munch. Thanks, Apollo, for the 38 with Prime. Ice Beam, thanks for the 59.
Thanks, Jam Pompey, for the 9 months. I mean, it's just a draw the whole way, but funny to see that variation. Once again, somehow we get in a lost position here. B5 is obviously bad and like overzealous move, but I mean, I'm playing a CM and we're not like having good tournaments, so may as well toss a move like this out there. But yeah, against any strong player, like I would never play a move like this. It's just incredibly dubious. But against the CM, I trust that for the most part they'll just think that they lose a piece and that's the end of the line. But there's so many variations there. Like rook coming to c1, taking on a6. Like almost everything looks lost there. Like even a calculation as basic as this, the bishop has to move and then rook c1 wins the game. So I think that that type of move is definitely reserved for a CM, but it kind of paid off here. And the only thing I regret that I spent the whole time kind of looking at was a better calculation against this, because I mean we just like didn't have a very clear like we gave him all the tempi there, of course, and we're just lost now. But yeah. Not a good game. Not a good game. Take the other knight. Yeah, unfortunately there's quite a lot of moves there, but queen takes a6 primarily looked very strong. Just trying to stop the bleeding, not lose too many points. Ooh. You got the GM defending. Feels like there's some slight like there's some attempts being made here, but white's defending really well. Basically white is checking anytime the pawn can move, and then as soon as the pawn gets blocked, white's not really giving a check unless it's from here, just because then there might be like a queen f3 move to trade queens. So it's actually probably incredibly instructive, because I'm quite sure I would lose that. I'm also quite sure I would win it, you know? Do I think teaching chess as a part-time job is a worthy addition to CV, or is it trolling? I think it's trolling unless you have some accreditation. Thank you for the $3. Okay, most likely knight g3. Okay, let's definitely go here. I really want to play this. It's kind of tough to arrange because I don't really want to trade dark squared bishops. Bishop e7 is definitely the move here. I'd just rather not play it. I'd rather keep the bishops on the board, but I don't see how we do anything here without developing. So we probably have to do it. Unless we try like this, and then f6. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. f6, king f7 might be reasonable, but need to think how we want to make progress here because this is not going to be enough. I'm never threatening to take. So what can we even do? This knight needs to do a bit more, needs to do something. I think this rook might need to move. I want to be able to swing the knight back to c6 whenever I want. Definitely want to play king f7. Okay, that's definitely a move we want to see. King should probably get off the e-file. I think I want to leave this pawn on f6 for the rest of the game. This knight will probably do well back on f5, but obviously I expect the knight to show up on e3 here. It's like impossible not to. Can always defend the e-pawn with like rook e8 or something. Might be time to bring this knight back. I'm definitely just shuffling a little bit. Because I'm so low on time, I'm assuming that if I just shuffle around a little bit, eventually my opponent will get low on time with me. And then, like, I'll have other moves to try. So, like, for example, right here, I feel like time is just disappearing from the clock. This is a good thing. Like, I'm staying at 7 seconds and white's time is just going down. Okay, let's put a knight here, and then the other knight can come in there. Stop knight there. It's just kind of annoying. I might actually have to do this, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is. Knight b4 move is like way stronger than I thought. Very happy to see that move, I think. Getting pawn takes f6 was, yeah, the best thing that ever happened to us. It was quite a good grind, except the only thing I really regretted was, yeah, this a6 move looks so smart, and then knight c2, I was like, wow, I can't actually allow this because then pawn takes and rook takes e6. So I thought I actually kind of have to play a5, but then the knight just goes back to b5. So I kind of got outsmarted there. That was the only moment I did not enjoy. JT Foxy, thanks for the 27 months. Well, I wouldn't say she had a lot of time to attack me, Captain Feathersword. She had a lot more time than me, but I'm the one in control of the position, right? There's nothing white can do here. So yeah, she had more time, but like I said, if I just kind of shuffle around here, I was making moves faster than her, so that time advantage basically disappeared. And then all of a sudden we're both playing with like 10, 15 seconds. So it didn't feel like it was that impactful. think this is always pretty nice here. Start by just pressuring the pawns in the middle. This one also looks good. Basically, if I take and a knight does not capture back, whether it's bishop or pawn, whatever, then I'm going to win this pawn. If I take and something else captures back, e5 is hanging. If the knight captures back, then d5 is hanging. So I think all that means you kind of have to play this move. I think we actually want to go knight g1 here, strangely. The knight on d2 doesn't do that much. I like the knight here. Okay. We just take this now. Knight f5, is that a concern? Definitely not. I think we just grab it. It's probably going to castle here. I think it has to be pawn takes. And then most likely knight e2 after that. I think this looks pretty normal. Like rook b8, b3, or knight a4. We are just up a pawn here. Obviously tempting to take this, but the rooks just appear on the open files. I feel like there's a ton of counterplay there, so I was more thinking of like just queen f4 here, or even queen e5. Amazingly, everything's defended there. So I don't think we can do that. So probably just h3. This is about to drop our queen, so we do need a move, but I suppose h3 is the one. Kind of annoying because I was thinking that knight here would be good, but it doesn't seem like it. It's unfortunate. Uh, every time, man. Every time. Just these like winning positions nonstop. Okay, interesting. Offering a draw. He's not even gonna try to win. It's crazy. Up a pawn. Obviously, we're winning. But this, what are we even talking about? We're just the whole game is just winning. Guy blundered a pawn early. Nah. Just the typical Title Tuesday story. We've been winning pretty much every single one of our games, but only so many points to show. Ooh, the win on time. A classic. Thanks for the 50 months, Daryl. I mean, no need to rule that out. It's entirely possible. Portnick, 8 out of 8. Very impressive. I guess we have another break now. May as well turn this, whatchamacallit, off. All right, I'll be right back. As I said, just trying to stop the bleeding. Title Tuesday is always so fucking annoying. Got my rating all the way up, 28.75. Just got to pay taxes now, down to probably 28.25, and just stay suffering until next week. We're back. Hello, Chess Ninja. Hello, Mr. Azizi. AB. Just try not to pay. I don't want to overpay my taxes. That's all. Don't want to overpay. The usual. 7. Winning position, losing. Nothing new over here. Thanks, Tristan. GeoUTT. Hella, we've been we've been grinding. All right, we got some new stuff to report. Okay, stay tuned. Do I think I can win a TT game blindfolded? Weirdly enough, I'm pretty good at. I wouldn't say I'm pretty good. I'm good at blindfold chess. I can play it, but I actually can't play it looking at the board. It's really weird. But if I have to move the piece up somehow, and then check the notation for what move they played, I'm no good at that. It actually doesn't make any sense to me. So I think I would even lose to a 1000 in that format. I just can't. For some reason, it doesn't work. I have to just look away and think. But then obviously I can't play blindfold because I need someone else to make the moves. Rook e8. Trash players. Why, yes, you can, en passant. Why, yes, you can. Oh, I'm slumming hard, man. Bottom of the table here. Hello, Gory. Hello, Spenny. Oh my god. King G8 was there for the win. It was possible. This is Statham, right? Sometimes he rocks the chest bra flare. This guy's dangerous. Very agile CM. I'm telling you guys, watch out for this lad. He's very agile. Very slippery. Statham here is not to be messed with. Bishop f5 is interesting. This bishop wants to go to e2, I would suspect. Very loose position. Not typical for London. So I would say he should be pretty happy with what we have here. So if we played d5, there was maybe knight d4 there, although queen d1 kind of looks good, but that would have been a double attack. Now it's kind of looking like we might have this move brewing again. So he's definitely got to, yeah, I kind of have to go there. Problem is this move is like, it's reasonably effective. We need to try this. But then after taking, the knight can come back and somehow everything is actually protected. d5 looks like you should win something. But amazingly, it looks like things might get defended here. Man, it really looks like something should be happening here. I don't see it.
It's brutal because this move is actually incredibly strong next. Like we're actually, I would say, in trouble after that. So for that reason, I think we need to play this. So uncomfortable, this position, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Such a terrible miss dropping the pawn there. Otherwise, like, very nice position at the end we managed to get. Once again, a very, very nice recovery from a, I would say, bad, like generally bad position. Here we're probably lost, but I just couldn't believe things were not working out here. And as I said, it's a very like messy position, so kind of uncharacteristic, and one I think he should be kind of happy with. So in hindsight, definitely would have preferred to just play like, yeah, random this, random that, etc., etc. I think we would have had a more manageable game. 'Cause, yeah, this was very double-edged. Not the kind of safe, more positional game where I'd be quite confident to outplay like maybe a CM, for example. But here, I think, not that they hold an advantage, but they definitely hold an advantage compared to the other type of position. And then this is all going to be bad. Like we're so far behind in development. So probably to even be in the position we got later is a little bit lucky. Because here we're definitely not in a good spot. But after rook f3, queen e4, yeah, we're definitely a bit better. And then just here it came down to pre-moves and et cetera, et cetera. But we never really got settled in on a solid position. And like here, obviously, we just lose the game. So overall, it wasn't a very good game from our end. Like, not the best opening, not the best middle game, and not the best time scramble. So can't really complain about that one. Feels like we were worse in almost every aspect of the game there. Never really had a clean edge or had had a position where there was no risk. It's always something loose. So yeah, I can't really complain about that. Just didn't really play well at all. A 1,000 bits from Sad Rabbit. Thank you. I think. I was wondering why. I was wondering why the next round hadn't started. I'm almost shocked when I see it end up as a draw. We've almost got to that point. See this end game so much in Title Tuesday. I'm like, at this point, I expect wins, boys. We're not going to be winning those. Like, what's going on? Hello, green tea. These questions, unfortunately, Purox aren't really applicable to me. I I would probably behave differently if I wasn't streaming. You know, if I didn't have to maybe keep playing or keep streaming, then yeah, I might take a break or something. But they just don't really apply because no matter if it's going well or not going well, I'm just gonna keep playing, right? So, not the guy to ask. '92 loses. This position definitely looks awful for white, but we're gonna need a couple good ones here. Like F4 is super direct. could be very good, but does allow moves like rook g4. Probably just bringing another piece in is the way to go. Bishop a3. Let's just not trade. Wow, this is annoying. I didn't even pay attention to his last move. Because knight f6 I was always going to do with a really cool idea of knight g4. But, okay, randomly played rook g2 and now it's not a threat. It's like, all right. And tell me he's like surviving this position now. It's disgusting. Disgusting. What the hell is that move? That move is crazy. Absolutely certified nuts. Okay. Thought we got that move off. Obviously not. Okay, this move is like, oh my god, I can't even speak on this move. It's certified disgusting move. It's actually so bad that there's a win in one move against it. Knight takes f3. Of course, with like a second left, I'm not gonna find it, but oh my god, that's actually one of the worst moves I've seen this year from a titled player. Holy fuck, e4, just like I'm repulsed looking at it. Oh god. Yeah, here I think I'm probably gonna like sack this part of the board, and I think we'll make something happen over there with rook f8 and maybe even knight f8, knight g6. I mean, we're just all over the dark squares here. Fuck, that move is very, very, very bad. Thanks for the 20 months, Capong. All right, I guess only down to 28.31. So the usual, about 50 points of tax every Tuesday. Adds up. Why is knight f3 winning? I don't know. It's just the engine move. But I'm saying the move is so bad, and I didn't even realize that
apparently there's a win in one move there. But it doesn't surprise me. A move that bad deserves to have a retort immediately. Truly is one of the lowest types of understanding to play a move like e4. That hurts to look at. Yeah, 50 points of tax. I'm in the highest tax bracket. Some of you guys might maybe pay 20, 30 points of tax, but we're in the highest tax bracket here. We pay heavy. 50 every Tuesday. But, I mean, I'm asleep in the morning. Not playing well. Just I mean, here the game is basically over. I mean, this is a really, really terrible position, but I'm spending a lot of time looking at this because I was really excited by this tactic. Takes with f2 hanging and that. But unfortunately, there was just king g2. And I was like, oh, man, that's tough. It's tough to look at. Couldn't really find a way to break through that. So, okay. We made it to the end of the tournament. It's not even over, so we have to pay 50 tax now and probably 50 tax in the late title Tuesday. And then we have the rest of the week to try to get our rating back up to 2875 just so we can pay tax again. All right, get me out of this tournament. Did not see that. We just no, I can't do that. Oof, very beatable guy. Bad game though. Like, problem is we missed bishop h6. I think that's the only thing we regret there.
Must be time for the gym. So that's what I figured. Yeah. I mean, this guy's like the lowest of low. So he rematched and then aborted just so that he would take the white pieces. Like, just think of a piece of shit and you've got this guy. I mean, we actually outplayed him as well, but we have no time. This guy's hilarious. I mean, this guy's an extremely weak player. Threatening c5. Let's go check. Oh man, yeah. This guy's a real troll. Thanks for the raid there, Peshka. Bishop g5. He's a real piece of work, this one. We gotta flex and do this. This guy really needs to be put down. We've got an aborter for the white pieces. The dirtiest kind of bullet play. Shall not be permitted. I don't know if we can do that. I think we start with this. Then we just make it past a pawn and we win. He's probably got some funny move coming up. Yeah, this is a very easy win. If I take, he's going to check me and then put his king behind. Those pre-move catches are only for this guy. Nobody else. Nobody else is capable. Oh, declined the challenge. Where you running, boy? Where you running, boy? Yeah, just had to put him down real quick. Some nasty behavior early on in the match needed to be punished. That's okay, Eds. We were not planning to play chess, but after the behavior early on here, we had to stop. We had to stop and put him in his place. Let's see Moistad. Who is this?
Oh, that's Georgiev. Oh God. Avs number one. That's right. Colorado. Big team. Big team. Big performer. I have a few videos on YouTube, Sedinillo, about the bishop and knight mate technique, how to do it fast, etc. So maybe check those out. But yeah, I feel like once you have it, it's kind of like just down to a science. Hello, Mr. Zoom. Only about 50 pandas. Typical. Typical. Yep, a good day. A good day. We're only at like 28:30 or whatever the hell. Only at 28:30. Good luck in your league game there, Basmaniac. New format. Okay. Thanks again, Sad Rabbit, for the not only the 500 bits but the 5 subs. I was just messing with you, man. Appreciate the support. Yeah, down 50 elo. Now we need to go up in GeoGuessr. Down 50 in chess. We need plus 50 in Geo. You dusted off the elliptical there, Chess Ninja. Great stuff. I don't think we can be in Chile. So I feel like we have to be in like low-key Bolivia, but like maybe Argentina too. I think Argentina, somewhere like here. Ooh, I said low-key Bolivia. It kind of was Bolivia. That's one of the two. Definitely Colombia. We're here. We're either in Colombia or some island maybe. But we could be here or... Cartagena? Where's Cartagena here? $490. Where are we seeing $490? Seeing everything but $490. Somewhere in here, maybe. Looks like we're just like up in the mountains, like somewhere here. I feel like we're looking right over it. I've seen a lot of like 475, whatever. 473. Okay. I was looking right over it, I guess. Still can't see 490. Okay, I really had to scroll in. That was tough. Definitely the right area. But I knew that I was in the right area, so maybe I should have scrolled more. Voortrekker. Okay, I have to be in South Africa, right? Kind of Dutch. Trumpsburg. Could that be by the coast? Just kind of feels like we're by water. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm looking for. N1 Smithfield. N1. Here. So how am I getting N1 here? Like, is it something along this coast? Or like, what? I'm trying to understand. What? N1. The fuck? This is like every letter but N.
What the fuck? Oy, oy, oy. It has to be this? Like, is this what N means? It just has to. Because I don't see an N. Extremely confusing. So that was the N one? What the fuck? Doesn't make any sense. It's not even the same color. Somewhere up there, maybe. Yeah. The perfect draw. Carlos. Shout out Carlos. Whoa. All the information is this way. Trolling. Tunja. Somewhere here. Man, thank God we doubled back. Okay, Sweden, but maybe I'm trolling, but it doesn't look that north. Very nice, very nice. Yep, we take those.
Just trying to earn back what we lost in chess. I don't think so, high B. Milled word. Definitely looks like Canada. What was that? 905? Somewhere here, no? I don't know where this Mildward County is, but I mean, it could definitely be somewhere up here. It looked kind of like close to the water, like south vibes. Water south? Yeah. I mean, it's probably like, yeah. I was going to say, I didn't realize water was like right there. Kind of trolled with that guess. Should have just put it way south there. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same, Zen, except can usually get it if it's near that lake. Interesting. Not sure what the colors there are for. Hmm. It's like, okay, he saw something. Kamiri. I guess it said that. I guess the problem was I saw that, but I wasn't sure that it was Bolivia. Whereas he probably saw that it was Bolivia and then started looking. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about that sign. So may as well get this click over with. I kind of thought there were like mountains up there, but maybe not. Always annoying to lose points there. It's weird. I feel like we're in like Mexico or the Philippines, and I think Philippines based on what I'm seeing here. Yeah, definitely Philippines. think I saw like a kind of octagonal pole, but I think it was metal. Anyway, it looks like we're in Southeast Asia. Yeah. Should just be in Chile here. Probably should have clicked a bit closer to mountains, maybe, but yeah. It was I clicked a little too like close to the water there, and it did say this thing, so probably could have got there eventually. Guessed a little bit too quick, but I was hoping that maybe he just hadn't got to that sign yet or something. Okay, we're in New Zealand here. I'm pretty sure. I think we're on the North Island. Golf club. Pohue. There's a lot of TE up here. Hmm. I thought Fazenda was um, Portuguese, but the back of that sign is Colombian. So maybe is it possible we're like I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're in Colombia, but yeah, okay. It's just slightly more normal. I just figured it might be like close to Brazil, but I guess we should have just clicked somewhere more standard. Okay. Definitely don't know where any of that is. We're clearly Germany.